Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ian Thompson, and thanks for joining me here today. And by the way, if you like the information from my YouTube channel, please subscribe to it and let some folks know we're trying to grow and let everybody know about the information that we do. I do videos every day on short topics. They're 60 seconds long, and about once a week, I do longer videos with more in-depth information. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be talking about 2022. Now, for a lot of people are going, yeah, thank you. That's over. Let's move into 2023. But I think it's a good idea to look back and just see what happened with single family homes, how they changed, why they changed. And something I've done today is this is for the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board. So basically, Vancouver Island is Victoria and the rest of us, as we say. So everything north of the Malahat around, all the way up the island, these are all single family home sales and results. And we're going to go back a few years just to show you the changes. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is share my screen here, and boom, there we are. So we're going to be talking about, obviously, the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, which is what it is, Market Update 2022 Recap. And let's see what we've got going on here. So the first thing I've done is here's our monthly sales report, January to December for 2022. And you can see we started here in January, like we do every January, you know, quieter than we want it to be. And we're all anxious what's going to happen for the year. And then, of course, away it goes. Boom, February 360. March, you see the peak of the market here. If that's 528 single family homes sold all over Vancouver Island again. This is the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, everything north of Victoria. And then the slide starts. And it's 507, 455, 408, 297 in the summer. Bit of a bump in September, or in August, I should say, and then September really dropped off and then picked up again, and then down to December of 200 homes sold all over Vancouver Island. I'm going to put that in perspective here in just a second as we move forward. So what's happened with our, how does that compare? People want to know from 2017 to 2022, because numbers don't really mean anything, do we, until we start comparing them back to, okay, what does that mean in historical numbers? So in 2017, in the month of December, in the real estate board for single family, 327 homes sold. And then 2018 down to 170, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. So you're still not as low as it was in 2018. It's funny how, you know, we tend to forget. It's just human nature, isn't it? You think, well, this is the worst year ever. There's never been as slow as this. Well, actually, 2018 wasn't a banner year either. So it does help to keep things in perspective. And I think, you know, as I'm talking to more people, that's the word that I think helps put things in perspective. There's that one word. Yes, the market's changed, but over the long term, hey, this is what you can see here. Now, what happened? Well, here are the interest rate changes. This isn't a surprise, but this is when we look back at those other slides where the market was doing this. Remember, when you got record sales in March, you're talking an interest rate, a bank rate of 0.5. 0.5, historically low numbers, which led to historically high sales. It all goes together. And then remember that chart where the sales started going down? Well, you can see it all coincides with the government saying, hey, let's put the brakes on, basically free money, right? Where it goes up to 2.5, 3.25, 3.75. And then it jumped again up to 4.25. Now that's at the end of December. We're in the second week of January. They're talking about Jan 25th, perhaps another rate increase. And perhaps that'll be it for 2023, but nobody knows that for sure. But that seems to be the inkling that we're getting. But it all makes sense now, doesn't it? Of course, history does that when you put it in perspective back to you could borrow money at 0.5, or that's the bank rate, of course, but the rate you and I used was a little higher than that, but not much higher, was it? And then it was going up so much in value, it's no wonder everybody would jump into the market. So here's a yearly trend here. This is 6-year total sales, 2017 to 2022. So altogether, how many homes have we actually sold over the years here? So in 2017, big year, 5,612 single family homes sold. And then you're going to see it go down here. And then it's going to back jump up. So even in the banner years, it wasn't as many sold as 2017. So it's interesting. Yes, the last couple of years were great numbers, but not as big as 2017 was. That was a very busy year as you look back. I've been in the business 20 years now, so you kind of think, okay, I remember that year. And then here we are at 2022. Remember gangbusters in the beginning? We call it the tale of 2 years that we had, January till about May, June, and then June to December. everything slowed down, and we finished with just under 4,000 single-family homes sold. And this is a good indication of the market and what we talk about strength in the market and months of inventory. So months of inventory means if these are the active listings and these are the number of sales, you divide those things and you get how many months will it take to sell all the homes that are on the market. That's what this is showing here. And we're also going to look at the benchmark price. Remember, benchmark price is the number that's right in the middle of the market, not the average. Big waterfront home sells for $3 million. It skews the average. So we like to use the benchmark price. So back to a year ago now, January 2022, they sold 220 houses and there are only 257 for sale. So basically a month of inventory. February, this is amazing, right? How do you sell 360 houses when you only have 345 active listings? That's multiple offers, isn't it? That's like crazy times, 10 people in the driveway, all that sort of thing. And then March, 1 month of inventory, 1.4, 2.1. When we talk about months of inventory, it's really a buyer's market or a seller's market. And when it's a seller's market, there are way more buyers than the number of homes for sale. And that number is usually about 4 or under. And you're going to see that number going up here. And then it switch over to a buyer's market where there's more buyers than there are the number of homes for sale. Just as we go through the year, you'll see 455 as an example in May. Now the listings are jumping up to 976. So 552, 731 makes our months of inventory go up. June, we're over 1,200, 1,300, 1,300 here, 1,400 September, back a bit. And then as it usually does, it goes down here for the balance of the year. So our benchmark price was 806 in January of 2022. And we finished the year at 702 as our median price right in the middle. So we know the values went up about 40% here in the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board. And now they've come down about, well, between 806 and about $100,000 back to 702 is the price right in the middle. So that gives you a good background, a good knowledge to think, okay, now I understand really what happened to the market. And we're into projections for 2023. There's been lots of those going around. Kind of unsettled, I think. We're going to have a little bit of a bumpy ride, but there is seems to be a pent-up demand. I know here in the office, it seems busier just in the last 2 or 3 days because there really not much happened from September to Christmas. So people are starting to say, hey, this is the year right now, regardless of things that are going on, that we want to get our home on the market or buy a home. Hey, if you want to book an appointment with me to talk about real estate, just hit the button below. We can talk about selling your house. We can talk about buying a house or just chat about real estate. I like to do that too. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.